Tell Me About It is brought to you by Don Franklin Auto of Glasgow and Extreme Health Club.
Welcome to this week's Tell Me About It on Glasgow EPB Channel 6, the local channel. We are in conjunction with Kentucky KY Sports TV and 104thescore.com. And this week, flying solo, sort of. I have some guests. Trevent Hayes is out. He's a little under the weather. Caverna boys also had a rough game on Tuesday night. So I'm here with David Curran and Kendyll Laws from the Glasgow Recreation Department. Parks and Rec Department, I guess, is what you guys call it internally. Is that what it is?
Yeah, it's there. At one point, it was Glasgow Recreation Department, and then I don't remember when, but it actually officially became Glasgow Parks and Recreation.
Yeah, when I came here, it was the rec department is what everybody called it. And so you had all the youth sports events and that kind of stuff, and that's part of what we're going to talk about with you guys today. And then I'm going to get you to tell me about some. I would refer to them as unusual, but apparently I'm just out of the loop things that are going on.
Based on our conversation earlier, because it's a nationwide thing. So yeah.
But let's start with you, Kendyll. You guys have your youth soccer signups going on at the moment. When does the season start?
The season will start mid-April. Signups start February 27th and go through March 24th.
Okay, so they start next week, next Monday, I guess.
Yeah, yep. And you actually go online to do that. It's glasgowrecdesk.com is where you can go to register.
Tell me a little bit about what are some of the things that you guys always need or you need this year to kind of get the season started?
Well, the main thing that we need are coaches. So if there's any parents or people in the community that would like to coach, that's our main need right now. And they can come by the office and fill out some paperwork, and we'd be glad to get them put in the league. So.
And the office is over there at Liberty Street?
On South Liberty Street, yes.
Yeah, the old school.
The old school, that's right, yeah.
Probably depending on what your generation is around Glasgow, that's what people say, oh, it's the old school on the hill.
Right, that's the easiest way to
not the one that's apartments.
Right, it's the one right in the middle of the apartments, yeah.
Yeah. So how many coaches do you guys usually need to kind of make sure that you've got all the teams filled out?
Well, we've got 3 divisions, a mini, junior, and senior division. And we probably, depending on participation, we usually have around 10 teams per division. Mm-hmm. So that, several coaches.
So about 30 coaches?
Roughly, yeah.
What are those age ranges? You mentioned the divisions. What are the actual age ranges of those
Right,
divisions?
so the mini division is 5 to 6-year-olds, junior is 7 to 9, and senior is 10 to 12-year-olds.
What does experience level matter for the players?
It doesn't. This is a developmental league. We don't keep score, so we're not focused on the competitiveness. It's strictly developmental. So 0 experience up to kids that have played for several years. We love to have them all.
So you guys, it's a non-affiliated league. So you guys aren't affiliated to like any of the travel leagues or any of that kind of stuff. It's just a purely recreational league, I take it.
Exactly. Yeah, it's just strictly Glasgow Parks and Rec League. Yep.
What kind of things will the Parks Department supply for like the teams or the coaches, that kind of thing?
Okay, so we'll supply jerseys, obviously, for all the kids and the coaches. We'll have practice equipment needed, balls, cones, things like that. And then we provide, obviously, the space to play and practice.
I take it both practice and the games are at the soccer complex out there across from whatever the name of that factory is now.
Yes, yeah. So it is the Barren County the Barren County Soccer Complex is where our spring league is held. Fall is held at Beaver Creek, but spring is at the soccer complex.
Okay. Is there anything else that people need to know? I mean, like I know. Usually when I do signups for things, everybody waits until like the last day to sign up.
We do get a lot of that, but it is about almost a month-long window to sign up. It's $50 per child, and then there's a $5 discount per additional child in the household.
Okay.
And
so if you've got a van load of children, you get a discount.
You do get a discount, yeah.
Up to a certain point.
Yeah.
It goes down to the same family.
Yeah, it goes down to $40. I think is the minimum. Is what it ends up going to. In the season, we'll go probably until the end of May, around the end of school.
Do you guys usually? I mean, you mentioned how many teams you'll probably have in each league, but like let's say last year, I think I was looking at it and it looked like it was kind of a record sign-up year. and maybe people were getting out after the couple of years where people weren't able to really get out and do things. Is that what you guys saw?
Exactly, yeah. And typically every year our numbers increase a little bit, but yeah, definitely last year and the fall league this year was our biggest yet. So it's continuing to grow. Soccer is a big sport, and that continues to grow. It seems like every year.
Okay.
Yep.
Anything else you want people to know about this soccer registration or the league?
I think that's it. We just, we're really looking forward to doing this for the community, and we hope to get lots of people signed up.
Awesome. So David, you guys, we've discussed the youth soccer here, but the Parks and Rec Department offers opportunities for children, adults, middle-aged people like myself.
Middle-aged. Yeah, we have. We try and let people know that we have a wide range of things, just different services for the community. So, on top of our youth sports, we have adult softball, we have adult cornhole, open gym pickleball. We're doing a lot of renovating with our parks currently, and so there's just a kind of a wide range of things that we like to be able to offer to the community.
So tell me about pickleball. I see pictures of people playing this sport, and my son and I were at the mall in Nashville a couple of weeks ago, and in tile they had laid out a pickleball court, and they had the little net up, and my son and I are walking through, and we're both like, who the heck's going to come to the mall and play pickleball? As we're leaving, there are two people in there playing.
Yeah.
And we were both like, I guess those people.
Yeah. So net sports actually kind of took off. You saw a growth in participation throughout the pandemic just because it's limited contact. You were able to socially distance but still kind of engage in play. A lot of people look at pickleball as an old person sport.
I do.
But you'd be surprised though.
Yeah.
I mean, the age ranges go from youth all the way up to the senior level. So I think the appeal behind pickleball is that it's a net sport that is a lot simpler. It's a smaller court, so there's not as much. I don't want to say as much athleticism as tennis.
Well, it's
but
kind of low impact compared to tennis. I mean,
Yeah,
you're not
it
moving
is.
around as
Yeah,
much.
and
You're
so-
not wearing out your old joints. And
Yeah,
whatnot.
I mean, you're literally using a paddle and like a modified wiffle ball. So you're not having to chase around a tennis ball that's going to bounce 50 feet that way. It's just you're limited. So
Yeah.
a lot of people, the appeal there again is it's simpler, it's low impact, and it's fun. If you haven't played it at this
have you
point,
gone and
but-
played much?
I haven't played a lot. I'm not good at it. I know I just talked about how simple it was, but it's like you can still be very good or very bad, and I'm not even close to the in between there.
So you have to, like, if you're going to be good at pickleball, do you have to have good good racket action, that kind of thing, so you can put spin on the ball?
It's a paddle, okay? This isn't
not a
tennis.
racket.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I mean,
You got to use that big ping pong paddle? Is that how it works?
It kind of is, yeah.
Yeah.
And the ball moves a lot slower than a tennis ball, so your reaction time doesn't have to be quite as fast.
Okay,
yeah.
And we do have, so I think you were joking, but I've seen some pretty talented players that come into our open gym pickleball nights, and just coming in and watching the way they move the paddle is kind of, I think that's why I'm not good, is because I see that I'm intimidated. So, but no, it's really, it's a fun sport for people of all ages and experiences.
So where is the open gym that you mentioned to the pickleball?
So at South Liberty, which we mentioned earlier, we have two facilities there. It's our upper gym, which is where our youth basketball league is playing, and then we have a lower gym that we also have adult volleyball and cornhole and pickleball. So it's on the same piece of property. It's just down the hill.
Yeah, the gym down the hill is kind of what used to be the field house when the football field was back there, probably 50 years ago or so.
It is absolutely an older facility, but we try and maintain it as best we can, and we want to get as much use out of it as we can while it's still here. So.
You mentioned the adult softball leagues. Now that used to be huge around here, and then it faded a little bit. But how is it these days? About how many teams you usually get?
I wasn't over softball last year, but I think that we had 12 teams.
Okay.
And we'll be starting signups for that April.
Okay.
So just keep a lookout for that. All of our registration information goes on our Facebook page as well, so, and the city's page as well.
So on the softball side, do people sign up like as individuals, or do they sign up as teams?
You'd sign up as a team, yeah. And so a lot of that, we can't really, we have limited information as far as, what we can give out about the league until we have X amount of teams that actually register, just because, we don't get the same participation with adult softball as we do with like 300 kids signing up for soccer.
Yeah.
So it is a little bit more limited, but you'll sign up as a team, and then we kind of create a schedule based on how many teams that we have that come out. So.
Do they still play the adult softball out at, what is that, Beaver Trail?
Beaver Creek, yeah. It's a Oshel-Tuck softball complex that's kind of attached to the park there. So.
Okay. Do you have to have a certain number of teams to make sure you're going to be able to have a league?
Typically, yes, just because we don't want to have, we don't want for people to pay for their team to play, and then, it's one team playing another team back and forth for the whole season.
Right.
So we want to make it worth people's while to come out and get their money's worth, really, but just to have an overall good experience. So,
What are, other than the youth soccer and softball, I mean, I guess the pickleball, it can be year-round, basically, because the way it's set up.
Yeah.
What about the adult volleyball league that you guys have? Because do you have a winter league and a summer league, or do you just have a winter league for that?
It's a winter and fall.
Winter and fall?
Yeah, so we're in the middle of our winter league right now.
Okay.
And that should be done just before spring break.
All right.
So.
Well, David, Kendyll, I want to thank you guys for coming and talking to us about what you guys have going at the Glasgow Parks and Recreation Department. Get it right this time.
Yeah.
All right, this is Tell Me About It on Glasgow EPB Channel 6, the local channel. We'll be right back.
At Don Franklin, we're more than a group of car dealerships. We're hardworking, everyday people of Kentucky. We strive daily to give 110% to our customers, our employees, and our families. We are committed to providing everyone with a safe and reliable vehicle, and we continue our tradition of supporting our local communities. At all 24 dealerships across Kentucky, we will treat you like family. Don Franklin Family of Dealerships, we are Kentucky.
Extreme Fitness has doubled in size, now with over 8,000 square feet of co-ed weights and an upgraded 90-degree saline therapy pool. The Extreme Fitness campus also holds the exclusive Extreme Fitness for Women complex and Extreme Blend smoothie bar. You have to experience the variety of classes to realize the impact they have on their clients. Personal training is with the best in the business and is available and tailored to fit individuals. So start your journey today at Extreme Fitness and Health Club.
Welcome back to Tell Me About It on Glasgow EPB Channel 6, the local channel. We are a product in conjunction with kysportstv.com and also with 104thescore.com. I'm James Brown from 104 The Score. I'm here with Chis Jennings to talk a little bit about Barren County Parks and Recreation. This is your first time here talking to us, but also you just took over this job, a month or so ago?
Yeah, January the 1st.
Yeah,
January 1st this year, yep.
Now, tell me a little bit about your background in terms of taking over this job, how you ended up being the person to take ahead of this.
Yeah, sure. So I've been affiliated in some form and aspect with Jackie Browning Park and youth sports here with the county and the city. Either as an official coach, just like I said, some form and aspect of it. So when Judge Bird announced that she was running, she had reached out and wanted to know if I had any interest in the position. Once that our former director Maxie Murray announced that he would be retiring, at the end of the year, and so me and Judge we talked about it, and we sat down and we ran some ideas with one another and the direction that we wanted to take the Parks and Rec, and came to an agreement. And next thing you know, here I am. Yep.
Now, tell me a little bit about you mentioned I've not talked to Judge Bird about what her ambitions are, but I know she has children who are younger, probably still in youth sports. I know she has a daughter, I think, is in the 8th grade playing basketball at Barren County. Yeah. So I imagine she has a vested interest in what's going on in youth sports in Barren County. What are some of the things, your ideas for how you would like to see the Parks and Rec go in the future.
Yeah, I feel like one thing, the county has never truly had an identity as far as parks and recreation. We're basically just known for Jackie Browning Park. When it comes to football, that still ran through the Little League program there. When it comes to basketball, that's ran through the school system. So basically all that we handle as far as sports is just baseball and softball. And then our park there on Donnelly Drive, Jackie Browning Park, basically it's just a baseball fields and football fields. And so right now, currently, field situations, we need more fields. We're kind of landlocked where we're at, so we're going to have to be creative there. But we want to also offer other things for the community besides just sports there at that park. We're looking into possibly a special needs facility there on the grounds, playground. Of course, we need more restroom facilities, and we would love to have a facility that we would be able to offer, indoor sports. Volleyball in this area has really, really taken off.
Yeah.
We don't have a youth volleyball league. And me and Coach Robin McMurtry from Barren County High School, we've got together. We're trying to get us a youth volleyball program league going, so we'll have a feeder program, not just for the county school systems, but the city school system as well. I feel like it's very important that, for both school systems, that we have a feeder program. We have it in most every other sport. Volleyball, we don't have it. And I was
it's kind of been an afterthought sport.
It has.
For years. I mean, as a matter of fact, I mean, I know they have middle school going on. I think right now they have middle school volleyball going on. But I don't think either school district has had middle school volleyball for very long. It may be 10 years, but compared to how some areas are with their even middle school programs that have been going on as long as their high school programs, which is 30 years or 20 years or so. So I think that's talking about that part of it. Even that part is kind of new.
Yeah, and I was talking to Warren Cunningham, which is Barren County's athletic director and boys head basketball coach, that Kentucky High School is saying that boys volleyball is coming. That's the next thing. So volleyball is definitely growing, and that's something that we've got to cover. And it's just we're wanting to add more amenities there at the park at Jackie Browning and grow and make sure that that we're just not only offering things for our youth, but we're also offering things for adults as well. We would really like to become a true identity parks and recreation department, and working with the city as well. That's one big thing that we're really trying to focus on right now, is making sure that the city and the county is trying to repair some of these relationships that's kind of been distraught over the years, and trying to work one another. We feel like, and along with others feel like, your numbers is powerful, and when you work together, it's only you can only go forward in our opinion. So
yeah. So you guys have made a partnership with the Glasgow Athletics program. That's the youth program, and it's not for the city. It's actually an independent organization, but a lot of people think of it as like a feeder program for Glasgow schools.
Right.
And I know that you guys have had an agreement with them. Their baseball numbers, I'm not sure about their softball numbers, but they were down since the pandemic. And I think last year they struggled, especially to field older baseball teams and maybe softball teams as well. How did that kind of come about, where you guys are kind of partnering with them, and it's going to be, I guess, one baseball and softball organization in terms of kids signing up and that kind of thing? Is that how it works out?
Yeah, so I think it was around like 2014, basically the softball side, the numbers just weren't there. So I might be wrong as far as the year, but somewhere around 2014, basically youth softball it came to the county. There was talks and discussion there. Since COVID-19, we were the only local league that was able, and this is hats off to Maxie Murray and Judge Hill and the fiscal court. I mean, we had college, high school, professional sports shut down, and Barren County sports were able to operate a functioning league during COVID, and that was a remarkable job done by that group of individuals. But me and Judge Bird and the fiscal court and the park committee, along with GAP and their board, was just discussing that we've already got kids that attend county schools playing over in the city league, and then they have city kids that are playing over in the county league. And what we were seeing was that the 10U and 12U age at GAP, they were offering those leagues at the end of signups. They just didn't have the numbers for participation for a full league. So we just thought, by the time that they realized that the league wasn't going to be available for that age group, our signups were already ended. We had already had our draft, as long as other surrounding leagues, Warren County, etc. So we just felt like partnering would be the best thing to do, making sure that not just county kids but city kids as well knows they have one league that's going to be there year in, year out. So that's basically how the partnership came about, and that's just with baseball and softball. The basketball numbers for the GAP program, their football numbers are strong. It was just the baseball and softball area that we were really looking in and focused at right now.
Well, and as you mentioned, I mean, the baseball and softball is the only thing that you really are running over there. The basketball and the football in Barren County is run by other people.
Correct, yes.
So that was the only way you guys, that's why that partnership is the one you guys were able to make.
Yes, correct.
So when you look at that, so let's talk about the signups for baseball. When will you start doing your baseball signups?
So the baseball and the baseball and softball signups, they actually started Monday. So
Okay.
the registration is now open. You can access our sign-up links on our Facebook page, which is Barren County Parks and Recreation. There's a direct link that takes you right to our sign-ups.
Okay. On the baseball side, how many players do you expect to sign up, do you think?
So last year, our numbers for the spring league, we were at 768, and GAP last year had 98. I would not be surprised if we're not 900 to 1,000 kids this spring.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, do you expect most of those probably to be in, like, say, the coach pitch T-ball league? It seems like those numbers are usually pretty big.
Yeah, last year I think we had, as far as T-ball, I think there was 28 teams, just
yeah.
T-ball. So yeah, generally that younger age group is where we see the biggest numbers at. And something that we're trying to implement this year that we haven't done the last few seasons is we've implemented coach pitch now, and we're trying to break that down to 5-6 will have their own league, and 7-8 will have their own league, and still offer T-ball as well.
Okay. And then, but when you get on up in those age groups like that 10-11, or I guess it's 9-10 and then 11-12,
Yeah.
what were those numbers like in baseball in the 9-10 and 11-12 last year?
So normally both age groups were about 6 to 8 teams, and that's straight across the board with baseball and softball. That
Okay.
might vary a few teams, but that's basically year in, year out. That's the numbers that we see there.
So you expect to have like those similar numbers, or you expect to have more in those two age groups this year?
I think we'll see some growth in those areas in that age group there. We've been out promoting. GAP is still out promoting it and helping, trying to get these kids that have maybe haven't played in a year or two to come back out, give it a shot. Youth sports right now is year round.
Yeah.
with rec leagues and travel leagues, it's never ends. And when you have kids that play multiple sports, it's always comes down to time. So we're still out here trying to promote and grow this league for sure.
One last question that's just related really to postseason baseball and softball. Will you guys use Cal Ripken sanctioning for that postseason?
Correct, yes. Yeah, we're Babe Ruth, Cal Ripken. Babe Ruth obviously is on the softball side. Cal Ripken's on the baseball side. So we offer all-stars, and like I said, they'll go on postseason, district, state, and hopefully region.
And that usually starts middle June, late June?
Yeah, middle June. Normally the softball side starts early June, and
Okay.
then the baseball side will start mid-June, 1st July.
All right. Well, Chris, I want to thank you for joining us.
Yeah.
Here on Tell Me About It on Glasgow EPB Channel 6, the local channel. We'll be right back.
At Don Franklin, we're more than a group of car dealerships. We're hardworking, everyday people of Kentucky. We strive daily to give 110% to our customers, our employees, and our families. We are committed to providing everyone with a safe and reliable vehicle, and we continue our tradition of supporting our local communities. At all 24 dealerships across Kentucky, we will treat you like family. Don Franklin Family of Dealerships, we are Kentucky.
Extreme Fitness has doubled in size. Now with over 8,000 square feet of co-ed weights and an upgraded 90-degree saline therapy pool. The Extreme Fitness Campus also holds the exclusive Extreme Fitness for Women complex and Extreme Blend smoothie bar. You have to experience the variety of classes to realize the impact they have on their clients. Personal training is with the best in the business and is available and tailored to fit individuals. So start your journey today at Extreme Fitness and Health Club.
Welcome back to Tell Me About It on Glasgow EPB Channel 6, the local channel. This is a program in conjunction with KY Sports TV and 104thescore.com. I'm James Brown. My partner, Trevent Hayes, is out this week, feeling a little under the weather. I'm going to give you guys a quick recap of the district finals that we have available, or the district matchups and results that we have available locally. We're filming this on Wednesday morning, so Wednesday night, Glasgow and Warren East are playing in the first round of the boys 15th district tournament. Barren County's already punched their ticket to the championship game. They beat Allen County on Tuesday night. It was a close game at halftime. It was 21-16. Barren was up. They ended up winning 58-33. I think that was the final. Pulled away in the second half. Got a big lift from Mason Bunch, who hit 4 threes and had a block shot in the third quarter. Had a big game. On the girls' side, the 15th district tipped off on Monday night. Barren County ran away against Warren East, and then Glasgow won a dramatic game against Allen County Scottsville. 7th grader Addie Slagle hit a jumper at the buzzer. They won the game 53-51. And then there was a little bit of humor about that in the post-game interview that we will have here just shortly.
I just trusted her because she, like, I don't know, she's a 7th grader, but she had just the same chance as me making the shot. And I don't know, Allen County, like, I heard them say, like, they're doing it, so I was like, well, I guess they know the play. So I kind of knew going in I wasn't really going to get an open shot, but yeah, I fully trusted Addie to make that shot.
Also in the 15th, so that sets up the finals of the 15th district. It'll be Barren County and Glasgow on Thursday night at 6 o'clock. About the time you're watching this, they'll be tipping off. In the other districts around the area, on the girls' side in the 13th, Russellville and Logan County are playing in the championship game. That's at 7 o'clock tonight. In the 14th district, it's Bowling Green and Greenwood. Greenwood held off South Warren 48-45. And in the 16th district, we have Metcalfe County and Clinton County, which shocked Monroe County 48-45 in overtime. So that championship game is also tonight at 7 o'clock. On the boys' side of things, as I mentioned, we don't know the actual 15th district finals matchup. The championship game will be on Friday at 6 o'clock at Warren East. In the 13th district, Franklin Simpson and Todd County will play in the championship game Friday at 7. In the 14th, it's the good old classic matchup between Warren Central and Bowling Green. I think they've now played in the district finals almost 20 years in a row. I think Greenwood's interrupted it a couple of times during that run. In the 16th district, we have Monroe County and we have Metcalfe County. So old rivals back. Monroe's back in the 16th district. They'd been in the 15th since 2006. This is their first year back, and they are in the finals right away. Over in the 18th district, the Curran Lady Colonels season came to an end on Monday with a loss to Hart County. And then on Tuesday night, the Colonels lost a shocker 58-56 to Greene County. Greene County had been playing well lately, but Curran had beaten them, I think, 75-48 in the second meeting this season. Curran was up 54-50 with 3 minutes to go and managed to get outscored 8-2 down the stretch. Had to be a heartbreaker, especially for the couple of seniors, primarily Mika Tier, who was a starter, starting center. The rest of the team is young, so that's a heartbreaker for them. Sets up a district final between LaRue County, which is one of the favorites to win the 5th region, and Greene County. So, you know, that's kind of how those districts are breaking down. In the 4th region, the girls' draw will be Friday morning at 9 a.m. The girls' regional starts Sunday over at Diddle Arena. So we'll have those brackets available on 104thescore.com first thing Friday morning. And then the boys' 4th region draw will be Saturday morning at 9 a.m. I believe is the time that's going to be. So we'll see how that matches up. This is Tell Me About It on Glasgow EPB Channel 6, the local channel. You can also catch this on the Glasgow EPB YouTube channel, and you can catch a link on 104thescore.com. This is James Brown. Thank you and have a great week.